Greetings to my favorite Big Dick Bandit. Still taking part in a mix of dubiously legal shipping contracts and the culling of scumbags?
Erark, you bloody ripper! How the hell are ya?
Senator, what a surprise. I believe this is the first time we have had an official Imperium representative on the line that we weren't attempting to blackmail.
Fortune, you didn't tell me we'd have such a distinguished hero involved in this operation.
Mate, I haven't seen you since we tag teamed that Niketh hooker in New Vegas.
Ah, yes. Oh, how I miss the old days. Now, the downfall of New Vegas was truly one of the greatest tragedies of our time. By the way, we're about to drop some seriously heavy-handed exposition bombs, so why don't you mark the really important shit down in your codex for review?
That is an excellent idea, Senator. Scanning. Codex assembly and integration is complete. You are welcome to continue your lore fumbling at any time, Senator.
The Imperium has ruled over Prodigium for millennia, using their holy scripture known as the Veil to enforce a strict code of purity and conformity. Those species willing to obey the Veil and blessed to receive an invitation to the Imperium Senate have thrived. Others, like yours, have been much less fortunate, simply cast to the wayside and left to rot. It's funny, in a way. You Solars arrived like a miracle from the void. All of Prodigium was in awe, amazed to welcome the only life forms in history to brave a wormhole and make it out alive.
That sure changed real quick once the Imperium realized our ship was a prison transport. I mean, I get we weren't the ideal refugee candidates, but did you have to force us to live on an actual garbage planet?
Well, we figured you'd be content with upgrading from inmates to janitors. But we quickly learned you motherfuckers could not be controlled so easily after you constructed New Vegas from a bunch of leftover scrap.
Those were the days. Partying non-stop at the most kick-ass resort of depraved entertainment in all of Prodigium.
New Vegas. You guys have no idea how much it pisses me off that I never got to see it.
I remember it fondly. The deathmatch gambling, the finest recreational narcotics imaginable, and of course, who could forget the non-stop interspecies fuckathons?
Fucking A. We'd still be living in the golden age if it weren't for those limp-dick bureaucrats voting to shut us down.
The Imperium was afraid. The amount of lewd corruption you inspired in such a short period of time was staggering. You can't exactly push an agenda of purity like the Veil to the masses and then let them be exposed to something like New Vegas.
After all, titty tassels don't quite go hand in hand with celibacy and scripture thumping.
No, they certainly don't. However, it was really all about your military. All that tourist cash managed to buy you an armada even the Imperium didn't want to fuck with. The Battle of New Vegas only confirmed their fears.
We refused to shut down, and you refused to back down. I mean, someone was getting their dick kicked in.
If you had not intervened, the Imperium would have continued raining fire long after our military was bested. We would have been wiped out. The Solars owe you so much.
Oh, please, I only did what I had to. It doesn't matter who shot first. Empress Cassadora had no right to order your extinction. We're all lucky that she listened and showed mercy.
Ugh, Cassadora was a right old witch. I'm glad she's no longer in charge.
The people of Prodigium were already pissed at her and our obviously corrupt Senate for ordering the end of New Vegas. If she followed through, there would have been anarchy, which would have just resulted in even more blood on the Imperium's hands.
And that's exactly why we're here. The only thing that's going to stop them is one hell of a plan, and a team just crazy and skilled enough to pull it off.
So, Captain, any plans this weekend? How do you feel about helping us overthrow the intergalactic government?
Overthrow the Imperium. You You guys are fucking... You guys are fucking serious?
Now is the time, Captain. I was able to convince Empress Casadora to spare your species, but there are many others that have not been so lucky.
Prodigium has become a graveyard of protesters, and Casadora's reign may have recently ended, but she's chosen Celestina as her successor.
Celestina is still young and naive. We cannot risk letting Casadora influence her to lead Prodigium into another 1,000 years of terror.
It's up to us. The authoritarian shit show is this close to hitting the fan, Captain. This may be our last chance.
Fair juice. I'll bite. How do you plan to pull it off?
Ah, I'm glad you asked, Captain. As fate would have it, I've recently gained control of a rather large Imperium slush fund. I'll be diverting as much of it as possible into this operation of ours. It'll be glorious watching them finance their own destruction. Fortune is one of the top black bag operatives in the galaxy, and she has never let me down. She will be the brains, and you will be my anally applied fist of wanton destruction.
We have two objectives. First, we're gonna recruit a diverse team of vicious, powerful, and sexy lady rebels to wear the Dominus and serve as your commanders. Second, you will lead them on missions throughout the 5 sectors to destabilize the Imperium to its tipping point. And that's when we strike.
We are going to make an army, Captain. That's why I'm here, to breed a legion of manticores capable of revolution. Once they're ready, we'll be perfectly positioned to take over.
So what you're saying is you want me to wage a vicious guerrilla warfare rebellion against the most powerful single entity of domination in the entire known galaxy, and I'm gonna do it by fighting them with a team of smoking hot outlaw warrior Sheilas and an army of horrific monstrous bioweapons?
I take it you're in.
Fuck yes, I'm in! This is fucking metal!
That's good news. If you weren't, we were just going to have to kill you.
If it were up to me, we'd still find a way to do that.
I'll be on my way now. After all, as a senator, I need to keep up appearances. But fear not, I'll be checking in on you crazy bastards when I can.
Wait, you're just gonna have us do your dirty work and that's it?
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you're gonna make a hell of a lot of credits doing it.
Oh, yes. The captain loves money. And narcotics. Especially narcotics.
And trust me, I'll be plenty busy keeping the Imperium off your backs. However, should any of you be caught, or worse, during your mission, I will disavow all knowledge of this bullshit. So long. Greetings, heathens. How goes our noble mission of destabilizing the Imperium?
Erark, you mad cunt! You missed out on one hell of a fuckbot party.
What now?
Fuckbots, mate! You never heard of them?
Fuckbots. Oh, right, the glitched out sex droids. Those piles of junk are still around?
Correct. Which makes our mission all the more important. Now listen up. We've got a hot date arranged with your next commander. Actually, it's more like a blind date. That she hasn't agreed to yet. And might murder you during.
Murder me? Who is this Sheila?
Her name is Varaz Coliseon, and she's rather hard to contact. She had a falling out with Tybalt several years ago. Remember, your buddy? Ever since then, she's been on the run from his death squads.
Falling out with Tybalt? Wait, is she a fucking pirate? Are you crazy? There's no way I'm working with her.
Not all pirate clans follow the same code of murder, pillage, and general ass-hat behavior, Captain. I thought you were aware of that.
She is correct. A brief search resulted in the discovery of 46 code variances across 46 clans.
Codes! I've been dealing with pirates ever since New Vegas went south, and let me tell you, all they're good for is being complete and total dicks that no one likes.
Yeah, well, you didn't want Lily on board either. But look at how that turned out.
She has a point, Captain. My logs indicate that you have already fucked approximately 4.32 times per day since her arrival.
Only 4, Captain? Ooh, Father Time must be catching up with you. But seriously, Glyceon is just the kind of girl we need. Pissed off at the Imperium and one hell of a fighter. Up until the recent mutiny deposed her, she regularly led raids on the richest Imperium worlds and strongholds. Her booty hauls were legendary.
Sounds like you and Colisean had a little run-in, eh?
A while back, she crashed a black-tie banquet I was hosting. She single-handedly took out our security, and we're talking about elite Imperium troops here. After that, she waltzed right into the ballroom, holding one of their heads like a purse.
Yep, that's some proper savage shit right there. Respect.
She ordered us all to empty our pockets, and we did so without hesitation. I've never seen such brutal confidence in a woman. I knew from that moment we had to have her on the team.
Don't tell me you got the hots for her, erark.
I must admit, there's something uniquely attractive about a vicious, bloodthirsty woman holding your life in her hands with such disdain. Then again, I'm still a little pissed that she used her plasma saber to carve "Eat Me, Sissy Bitch" into the hood of my new shuttle on the way out. That kind of kink-shaming is just uncalled for.
Captain, you're currently being pursued by Tybalt, a warlord with a hard-on for your death in command of the largest pirate fleet in Prodigium. That's a big fucking issue for the Revolution. Coliseon will help us remove said issue from the equation. Track her down and give her the data capsule we pulled from Tybalt's ship. Trust me, she'll be thrilled to get it.
I agree with Fortune's assessment. Coliseon is not only the best shot we have at neutralizing Tybalt, she will also make an excellent commander.
Hopefully that'll be enough to get her on the team. Or we might actually have to rely on your charms.
Taking the piss again, I see. Concerning that data, can you do me a solid and decrypt it so I can see what it is?
No, because then you could easily sell a copy of it on the black market.
I would never! Fortune, I am offended.
Captain, I know everything. Did you forget I'm able to compromise your mainframe?
No, I just didn't think you'd see that coming. Shit!
Shall I cancel the auction, sir?
Listen, Captain. You get one with me. One more, and you're going to wake up in the middle of the night, outside your ship, with no spacesuit and no apology.
Sorry, Fortune.
I weep for the fact the future of this galaxy depends on you. Coliseon was last seen close to your current position. I forwarded the coordinates, so report back when she's on board.
Can't blame a bloke for trying, huh?
You know, I remember a time when you were one of the most respected solars in Prodigium. Chief of Security at the Red Light District in New Vegas. Seeing you turn that deplorable shithole into the monumental fucktopia it became was... I gotta tell you, man, it was truly remarkable.
It was different back then. I wasn't just fucking about shipping narcs and cutting down pirates to pay the bills. I was part of something.
A word of advice, old friend. One that should be obvious. This is your chance to be part of something again. Fortune may doubt you, but I never have. And I never will.
Ah, thanks, mate. Really. Means a lot coming from you.
You're welcome. Now, pull the pity party dick out of your ass and go do your job so I can pay you and not have to worry about any further lame-ass con artist buffoonery.
Ha! Loud and clear, you old bastard.
Empress Celestina, what a remarkable gift it is to be in your presence once again.
Erark, it has been too long. Your presence provides welcome refreshment of fonder memories, even if the circumstances surrounding them were tragic.
The two of you have met before? I was not aware of this.
Well, you'd be aware if you showed up to help us clean up after the Battle of New Vegas. I guess that assignment was just a little too... what's the word I'm looking for here? Benevolent for you?
New Vegas was built upon a pile of garbage. I have sensitive lungs and don't do well in such conditions.
Sure. Speaking of where you don't belong, Empress Celestina, may I ask why he's even here?
What do you mean, erark?
Consultations between the Executor of the Veil and Prodigium's ruler are supposed to be sacred and confidential. Empress Celestina, I sincerely apologize, but with the utmost respect to the Imperium, this palace, and especially you, this asshole's gotta go.
Oh my!
You are out of line, Senator. How dare you employ such naughty language in front of the Empress?
It's all right, Azorian. In fact, you may leave us.
But he just... You can't just let him say such brutish things in the Holy Sinu throne room!
Your passionate defense of our temple is appreciated, brother. However, you are no longer needed in this room. You seem tired. You should rest.
Yes, I'm a bit weary. I'm going to sleep and dream up oceans of beautiful, sweaty cocks washing over me like a big wet blanket of satisfaction, and then feel unduly guilty about that as soon as I wake up.
I see. Rest well, Azorian. He does wish to obey the veil. He simply struggles to do so.
Wow. You know, I get how powerful you are, but you really need to be more careful about breaking sacred decrees so casually like that.
Yes, it is gravely forbidden to use one's powers on a fellow Sinu. However, he was keeping us from each other. We have suffered through far too many sterile calls and messages, darling. I missed your wisdom, your wit, your warmth.
And I missed a whole lot of parts of you, too.
Senator, you're not respecting the minimum safe pelvic distance as outlined by scriptures of the Veil.
Oh, you're giving me ideas, Empress.
Erark! Why must you always ruin these moments of ours with your lewd notions?
How do you know what I'm thinking? My species is immune to your powers, after all. Or did you forget why the Executor of the Veil has always been lampooned?
Oh, I'm certain your mind is currently immaculate with only the most chaste images of us. I will have you know that I am well aware of your reputation, Senator.
Hey, the more I openly live in opposition to the Veil, the less Prodigium suspects I'm secretly the Coven of Nine's most trusted servant and advisor. That being said, I'm not gonna lie and say all the debauchery I get up to is just about keeping up appearances.
I know you have your needs. And honestly, I do dream of being the one to fulfill them. I am torn between the libidinous feelings your subversive presence inspires and my faith in the Veil. However, in the end, my conviction in purity endures.
I'm aware. Just as I'm sure you're aware of how much fun it would be to make an exception one of these days.
How absolutely maddening it is that your candor elicits such hesitation, yet also inspires my deepest confidence. Concerning the latter, I require your guidance. You are aware that Athena's memory is perfect, yes?
I am. So, what's the deal? You need some help understanding why a particular recollection has been dancing around your mind as of late?
That's just it. I've begun to see visions of events I'm sure I've never personally witnessed. I'm not certain, but perhaps they are events that have yet to occur.
What are you telling me? That you can see the future now?
They're just vague shapes and voices, difficult to decipher. I've seen momentary glimpses of some kind of great battle between organic and synthetic life, and a man and a woman igniting a planet on fire with their beautiful and defiant dance. But there are two visions that have been recurring, and they're becoming more and more clear over time. One splendid and one dreadful.
This might be a bit out of my league, but can you describe them to me?
The splendid one is the vision of an obscure yet cordial being. They reach out their hand, and as I take it, I feel the destiny of Prodigium is warm and safe. In the other, I am disturbed by an eruption from a massive and robust pillar of darkness, spurting an almost achromatic material with a magnitude capable of blotting out the stars. It comes forth, and I cannot escape as it blinds me.
Yeah, I'd hate to break it to you, but that last one sounds suspiciously phallic.
I'm serious, erark. Prodigium is in an uproar. Anger and resentment swell within it. My people now fear the Veil when they should welcome its salvation. I only wish for a better Prodigium. No, the best Prodigium for them all. Casadora wishes for me to rule as she would. But I must persuade my people to follow our way of life free from the harsh coercion with which they've become accustomed. I will not repeat the errors she so brazenly lauded as progress.
Well, if you're looking for perspective on the future, maybe you should study the past. Might I suggest a trip to the Imperium archives? Perhaps you can dig up a few lessons from her mistakes there.
Are you speaking of the ossuary? Yes, that's an excellent idea. I will use it to find the answers I require.
Just out of curiosity, did you manage to develop any other crazy new Sinu powers?
Recently, I levitated an entire empty Imperium battleship for nearly 5 minutes, then folded it into itself until it was the size of this room. Oh, and I'm currently working on creating thermonuclear explosions with my mind.
Oh, Celestina. I forgot how hilarious you could be.
Yes, hilarious. I was absolutely joking just now.
Anyways, I have work to attend to, so if that's all.
Must you leave me so soon, darling? Don't you want to cuddle and talk about our feelings?
Oh, babe. You know I'd love that. But please accept my apologies. Maybe next time.
Oh, all right. I know this can be frustrating for you, erark. I respect your life as you respect mine. I just hope that one day, our lives and desires will become unified as one.
Celestina, darling, I'm counting on it. Greetings, friends. Welcome to my home. It is truly wonderful to be here hosting the 17th annual Punagarian Snatch Beast Benefit Ball for the distinguished aristocrats of Prodigium. It is your virtuous agrarian efforts that will ensure the future of this beautiful but tragically endangered species. Your donations have been exceedingly generous this year, so I've provided a bountiful feast featuring delicacies from all across Prodigium. And for your musical entertainment, I have quite the surprise. Please welcome the legendary Gentlemen Innovators, the founders of Tasteful Expressionism, the Sonic Chevaliers. Chut Falica, man!
Greetings, erark.
Hey, Empress. Oh, shit, sorry. Lady Casadora. Glad you could make it.
Only a short while ago, I was the absolute authority guiding all of Prodigium. Now, I've been reduced to meet and greet, groveling at the feet of the peasants that used to be beneath mine.
Wow. Sorry you feel that way. At least you're enjoying the show, right? Pretty kick-ass tunes?
This music is wildly inappropriate for an official Imperium fundraiser.
Judge Falica? Inappropriate? I know you're drifting towards the deep end of your life expectancy and all, but even from you, that's pretty out of touch.
They're currently performing a song entitled Suck Every Dick in the Universe.
Come on, everybody knows that's metaphorical. The song recites an epic tale about a young man with a deep personal longing to achieve true unity by bringing joy, happiness, and a relieving sense of completion to all life as we know it.
If you say so. To me, it sounds like disgusting, gelatinous tubs of malodorous feces flailing their stubby limbs against their instruments while belching all over themselves.
Well, you're not wrong. Cass, you seem angry. I mean, angry even for you. What's going on?
You completed your inaugural discussion with Celestina as the executor of the Veil.
I did.
And?
Well, I think she's a swell girl with a good head on her shoulders.
Don't patronize me, erark. Did I make a mistake?
Depends on what you mean by that. Did you make a mistake putting her in charge? Absolutely. Did you make a mistake giving me a shitload of money to make highly powerful and lethal weapons for the Imperium in case she fucks everything up? Nope. Grand wisdom and foresight right there.
This is most vexing. It will defy millennia of tradition if we unleash them upon Prodigium and overthrow Celestina in the process.
It's a little late in the game to get cold feet. Not sure if you're aware, but there's no takebacks or calling oopsie when it comes to committing high treason.
I don't doubt the decision, only the course that awaits us. Concerning that, I require a status report on our programs. Has progress been made with Project Tremor Fury?
Things are shaping up nicely. Not a thing to worry about. In fact, we've had a working prototype for a while now.
This better not be like those other ghastly monstrosities you created under Project Puppet Master.
Hey, that project was a success. They're rampaging across Prodigium, causing all sorts of chaos as we speak.
Chaos does not interest me, erark. I want control. That is what this is all about. What purpose do you think the Veil actually serves? It's not just some pretty words scrawled into stone by our ancestors. Prodigium cannot be trusted to maintain itself. When the people are sexually liberated, they are most likely to become content. A content population is lazy and dangerous.
I get you're nervous. After all, we're in uncharted territory. You've got me working with insane and dangerous criminals here. Can't expect everything to go smoothly all the time, but actually, we're doing great.
Things are getting too unpredictable. I'd like to see the progress for myself.
Whoa, no way. Did you hear me just now? These people are not fond of the Imperium. Plus, after what happened at the end of your reign, you can't be caught getting involved in this. Why do you think you asked me to do this in the first place?
Confound it. You're right, as usual. It's just that I don't have much time left. I want to be certain that I will leave my place of existence knowing our future is secure.
I understand. Really, I do. I swear that I'm doing everything I can to make sure it goes right. And it will.
You'd better get back to the party. It looks like one of your guests got too close to those Punagarian snatch beasts.
Yes, it does. That poor idiot's gonna gonna donate a lot more than some cash to the cause tonight.
Hey, guards! What are we paying you for? Don't just stand there. Get that thing out of my cash!
Good morning, team. Do you have some congratulations for me? Perhaps a cheeky, ego-stroking implication of affection about what a sexy beast I am?
I wouldn't go that far, but I'm impressed you're still alive.
What? Did you ever have any doubt that I could pull off wiping out the Dread Fleet and then take down Prodigium's most deadly bounty hunter as an encore?
Mostly, I was just concerned with Coliseum potentially murdering you.
I was also concerned about such an occurrence.
Well, considering I just found out what her asshole tastes like, you were all wrong. I welcome your apologies at any time.
Ugh, I did not need to know that. Erark, tell me you managed to find out who put a contract out on us.
Unfortunately, the job is confidential. Whoever's after the doctor wants her really bad, so just keep an eye out.
Alright, I guess we should just proceed with the recruitment then. I'm going to be sending you to the Hydra Nebula for this next one.
Hydra? There's no one there but the Cloy.
And?
Are you serious? The next one's a fucking Cloy. I thought you lost your damn mind asking me to bring a pirate on board, but now you want me to go after a fashion-obsessed, vapid, pointy-eared psycho?
I must also say that I have serious reservations about this plan. The Cloy have been living in complete isolation for thousands of years. Their planetary defense systems have brought 99.9% of all attempts to enter their atmosphere to a fatal conclusion.
Come on, you can make anything sound bad enough when you just talk about the numbers. This time's going to be different. Demi, please display the briefing of the Eternal Bastion of Ignominious Exile.
The Eternal Bastion of Ignominious Exile is a Cloy Supermax prison, reserved for only those that are cast out from society by rule of the Supreme Council.
Common charges for such sentencing are murder, treason, attempted escape from Talisan, fashion heresy, and exceptional unattractiveness.
They put their own kind in prison for life just because they're not fuckable by their obscenely high standards? Yep, sounds like the Cloy, all right.
The Cloy are a finely tuned war machine, several millennia in the making. Before we straighten them out, they would wipe entire races off the face of Prodigium just for wearing coats out of season. Make no mistake, the Cloy are brutally efficient warriors. Don't let their fashionista visage fool you. Having one as an ally would prove invaluable.
Captain, meet Alacia Sorn.
Whoa, I've seen a few Cloy in my day, but this is one lethal Sheila.
I thought a deviant like you might have been aware of her work. She's only the most famous Cloy adult video starlet in Prodigium.
Fortune, please, I'm a man of taste. I would never fap to anything that's practically 75% mosaic, regardless of how hot the Sheilas are. And that hack job Imperium-approved KAV handholding is exactly that kind of nonsense.
It's crazy. This is the first time we see eye to eye on something. The Cloy Imperium Obscenity Treaty allows for the creation and broadcasting of adult content, but it's so heavily censored. I don't see how anyone could get off to it.
If that is the case, then may I ask how Cloy pornography became so popular?
Easy. It's legal. That blacknet stuff Dalek and I consumed by the Yottabyte could land you 5 years per download.
That would mean you have accrued approximately 20,000 years of prison time since my arrival on the Mary Celeste.
That's nothing. You need to add another 10 for each one if you actually fapped to it. And an extra 5 if you came. Plus 2 if you did stuff with your asshole. It's a whole system.
I see. In that case, my previous calculation was quite low.
I'm assuming Alacia ended up in the extreme bastard of Icky... whatever that place was. What was the charge?
Treason. You see, the Cloy have a certain policy that makes fucking anyone outside of their species forbidden.
The punishment is death. However, Miss Sorn did not commit interspecies copulation. My records indicate she was exiled while unsuccessfully petitioning the government for the first ever alien fuck exemption approval.
Demi, could you please pull up the video of her testimony?
Whoa! Did she just chuck a brown eye at the governing body of the Cloy Empire?
As you can see, this is the kind of girl we want on our team.
I agree. Okay, let's talk about this jailbreak. On a scale of 1 to 10, with a 10 being the most impenetrable fortress ever constructed, and a 1 being a pile of spaghetti teetering atop a turd Jenga, what are we looking at here?
A 5 at best. The prison orbits the Cloy homeworld of Talisan, but it is outside the planetary defense network. There is almost no external security, and a minimal guard population patrols the interior. Also, timing is on our side. They are currently hosting a week of festivities honoring the memory of Coco Flanell, the most revered of all Cloy fashion designers.
You'll be fine. And, if you're not, I'll at least be happy knowing that you've doomed yourself to a lifetime of unending torture.
Joke's on you. That's already the case because I am a hereditarily raging addict. So, seems like a pretty standard prison break to me.
Not quite. I've been in contact with Alicia ever since her imprisonment, and together we've come up with a plan. The Cloy are one of the 4 founding members of the Imperium. If we can destabilize them, it can and will create a cascade of dissent throughout Prodigium.
You're going to make Alicia's dreams come true and piss off the entire planet in the process by making the first ever interspecies porno.
That's right. You and Alicia Sorn, bareback, full-force fucking and broadcast live to all of Prodigium. Is it all coming together for you now, smartass?
Fucking hell. That's a plan right there. I've never used my cock to cause planet-wide pandemonium before.
I wish I could say the same thing. Actually, no. Scratch that. It was awesome.
The mission launches in an hour, Captain. Just remember, the sooner you get her out, the sooner you get in her.
What? Lord Azorian? What the fuck are you doing calling me at this hour?
Hello, Senator Erark. I felt things were a bit tense between us during your meeting with Celestina, and I wanted to apologize. You were correct. I had no right to be in that room.
Well, that's big of you, Azorian. To be honest, I guess I could have handled it better as well. You're forgiven.
I appreciate that.
Of course, I'm talking forgiveness about the rude behavior, not the fact that you've done dubious butt stuff with at least 3 senators that were, shall we say, under the influence.
Those are unsubstantiated rumors. Besides, a man with the kind of skeletons you have in your closet is in no position to talk down to me.
Zorian, you can fuck right off with that nonsense. Every single facet of my depravity exists right out in the open for everyone to see.
Oh, is that so? Even the one behind the secret wall in the corner of your office?
I don't know what you think you found, but I assure you, you're mistaken as to its significance.
I thought that might be the case as well, but I found the presence of some rather, shall we say, fresh evidence.
What do you want?
It's amazing how easily you drop that charming, confident exterior as soon as you know you've been seen for what you really are. I wish to pay a visit to Project Tremor Fury in order to see it for myself. I've heard what the program entails. It sounds like something that could be right up my alley, if you know what I mean.
The project isn't ready yet. I can give you the location and access in about 1 month.
Senator, you'll give me the location now, lest I remind you of the ramifications if all of the Coven of Nine were to learn of your dirty little secret. If it is of any consolation, you have my word that I won't visit Project Tremor Fury until the time is right.
Done. In return, I expect your complete silence regarding whatever you found in my office. If I hear even one cheeky little incriminating comment, I swear I'll take you down with me.
Relax, Senator. I believe you. Perhaps you can find a way to trust me so that our relationship is not sullied any further. Send the coordinates. Oh, and sleep well. If you even can, that is. Bye-bye!
What an idiot! Oh, if only you knew that Tremor Fury is ready. And it'll be long gone by the time you arrive. Celestina! What a pleasant surprise. What can I do for you? Any more of those Xenu prophecies keeping you awake at night?
Indeed, they are. Most recently, I had 2 short visions, both disturbing, of black winds descending upon the palace, of the death of a great warrior, and the anarchy it inspired. That is not why I'm calling, my love. I found what you were talking about in the ossuary. Please, tell me, why did Cassadora confiscate the entire history of a species?
When the solar ships were first discovered, we herded them onto the garbage planet that eventually became New Vegas. Every inch of their ships was scoured. Inside, we found a portable sort of backup for this rudimentary, primitive data network. They referred to it as the Internet. Although it was only a localized version of the network as a whole, we learned some crazy shit about Earth. The craziest being they actually had several of their own religions that were remarkably similar to the Veil.
The Solars had their own form of worship? That's good, isn't it? Doesn't that demonstrate that they can potentially accept ours?
Yeah, that's what Cassadora thought too. Unfortunately, she ignored a few things. Like the part about those beliefs also resulting in an endless cycle of hatred, war, and bloodshed throughout all recorded history. Sound familiar? On top of that, every single Solar in Prodigium is the descendant of a hardened criminal from their galaxy. I love them, but those lunatic mammals aren't exactly quick to embrace someone revoking their freedom.
I am still convinced that it was Cassadora's methods that led to the hatred and fear of our religion, not the Veil itself. The Veil is not meant to restrict autonomy. It is meant to guide the faithful towards making the right choices so that they can be safe beneath it.
Trust me, I'm well aware of what you think it's supposed to do.
Tell me about the Solars. They remain an enigma to me. How could they be capable of such beauty and such depravity at the very same time?
I've actually thought about that a lot. And it probably has something to do with their lifespan. It's so short compared to almost any other species in Prodigium. But when they're determined to do something, good fucking luck stopping them.
I see. Perhaps that sense of mortality makes them fear a wasted life more than anything else, which is why they are so determined to act on their impulses, no matter how dangerous they may be. I imagine that is why New Vegas was so popular. That kind of self-destruction became alluring, even for our most devout.
You have to understand, some people just aren't meant to walk the path of purity. Because they're strongest when they misbehave.
Did you know such a person?
I'm proud to say I did. At one time, he was the biggest fuck-up waste of potential you could possibly imagine. But New Vegas transformed him into something resembling a decent man. Well, despite his job requirements.
My whole life, I've been told about how I will reach my full potential through obedience. But I feel My power's consistently growing stronger when I misbehave. And now, I feel a fire inside that I cannot deny. I saw some footage in the Solar's data. Perhaps it was some kind of ancient educational video. I experienced ravenous inclinations on display during an almost vicious mating ritual.
And the Empress herself is confessing to me that she got turned on watching a porno. Wow. Is this happening right now?
I feel so guilty for letting it corrupt me. I feel guilty for wanting to explore it more. Yet I also feel guilty for denying myself something I clearly crave. How can I possibly make this go away?
I have an idea. Maybe you could describe the thoughts you're having to me in as much graphic detail as possible.
What? No, I could never confess such things. Especially not to you.
Why? Because they're about me?
Yes. I mean, no. I mean, oh my. I need a very cold shower followed by a very, very long meditation session.
Oh, come on. Things were just getting good.
Good night,
Whew. This girl's gonna be the end of me. Empress Celestina? Lady Casadora?
Please tell me you bring good tidings. That this feeling we shared was no premonition.
Believe me, I wish that were the case. Something has happened for the first time in the history of the Imperium. Lord Azorian is dead.
No, it cannot be.
My premonition. I saw this come to pass. Dark thoughts stirred in my mind. Fractured essence rupturing from synapse. I know it to be true now. One of the Coven of Nine is lost.
How did this happen?
Hesitate not, Senator. It must be said.
He died at the Temple of Defilement.
The Temple of Defilement?
Senator erark, there must be some kind of mistake.
There's no mistake. We tracked his beacon, and the wreckage of his shuttle was discovered there.
Brother Azorian always did struggle with his lechery of the loins. But I don't understand. What caused him to perish?
I'm not sure if I can really...
erark, please! He was one of the Coven.
He was there to inspect a weapons manufacturing program. But he arrived earlier than scheduled. The facility wasn't safe. There was an accident of some kind, and the entire place was destroyed.
Senator!
Weapons? In the Temple of Defilement? I did not permit this! Why was I not informed of this? I don't understand!
I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
Tell Admiral Miyamoto to prepare our fleet. I must go there, now!
Absolutely not.
What did you say to me?
Celestina, your place is here. Azorian's spirit has left this plane, and he is one with the Veil now. We can't risk losing another of the Coven of Nine.
Sorry, Cass. I know this isn't exactly the time, but it looks like we're gonna need to reduce the count on that name again.
It's far too dangerous. You should see to your sinew brothers and sisters instead. They are scattered across Prodigium, and you must prepare them for the pain of what has just occurred.
She's right, my Empress. And don't worry. Casadora and I will start a full investigation. Let us handle this.
You're certain that you will find the truth, erark? Just swear it, and I will feel protected. I need you now more than ever.
I swear, Celestina. You know I'll always take care of you.
Wait. What is going on here?
Then, yes. I will contact the rest of the Xenu and tell them that Azorian is gone.
In the meantime, I will speak to the Senator regarding this matter. Erark, what were you thinking telling her? You should have come to me first.
As Executor of the Veil, I am required to immediately report the death of any member of the Coven directly to the Empress herself. I'm already committing high treason running the weapons program. I'm not going to start hiding Xenu corpses for the hell of it. There's no way to cover this kind of thing up.
How could I have been so foolish to trust you? And why are you speaking to Celestina in such an alluring manner?
You are having problems trusting me? Okay, first off, I am a charming motherfucker. That's what I do. If Celestina's upset, I'm gonna handle it the best way I know how. And as far as Azorian goes, it's his fucking fault he's dead. He tested Project Tremor Fury on his own asshole. And how'd he find it in the first place? Are you sure you didn't say anything?
I may have divulged some very minor details, but not enough for him to piece it all together. I am struggling to understand how he could have possibly figured it out.
It doesn't matter. We got a dead Xenu on our hands that kicked the bucket in a freak fuck dungeon accident.
Celestina is no fool. She can only be distracted for so long. This little errand will not buy us much time. And the Senate. Questions will be asked, and very soon.
Then I suggest you prepare your lies efficiently, my lady.
Rest assured, Senator. I will.
Captain, you're alive. I can't believe it.
Believe it, mate. It's gonna take a lot more than some wizard dickhead swinging around a weaponized pussy plunger to take me down.
Erark, why didn't you follow our contact procedure?
There's no time. The Senate is in chaos over the news of Azorian's death. Captain, I need to know what happened down there.
That shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, okay. We went into the temple, Taryn took out the security, then she had about 50 orgasms and covered the entire interior of the Phoenix, including us, with Lady Spoof, then...
Oh yeah. Then Azorian confessed to his species being insanely powerful psychic zealots, responsible for a galaxy-wide conspiracy of domination. That has resulted in the death and suffering of countless races for millennia.
Huh. Anything else?
Yeah, actually. Taryn turned into a half Nycith, half Manticore demon kind of thingy and beat him to death. Then his dead body went nuclear for some reason and the entire place turned into a smoking crater. Pretty interesting day, all things considered.
Erark, did you know about the Xenu?
What? No. I had suspicions, but nothing like this. I thought all the corruption was just good old-fashioned blue blood and bribery. If what Azorian said is true...
Right. It changes everything.
On the contrary, it changes nothing.
Excuse me?
We're still going to need a team to take the Imperium down. Captain, continue with the mission.
Fucking A. Let's get these bastards.
Wait, are you serious? Everything we know about the Imperium has completely changed. We don't know who's being influenced. Who knows about the Xenu? Who's working for them?
Fortune, there's no time. Your mission is to destabilize the Imperium, but killing a Xenu is more like a surprise double-fisted dick punch that's dropped the entire thing to its knees. I've managed to convince them what happened at the temple was an accident. The Empress already has a capture bounty on your heads over the Cloy incident. If they realize you killed Azorian...
You're saying we make our move now, or we abandon the whole thing. Is that it?
Fortune, this could be the tipping point in this fight. Are you in, or are you out?
I'm in.
I knew I could count on you guys. Get the final team member on board. That's when we'll start to take the fight to them. Now, as I'm sure you can imagine, I've got a lot of shit to deal with today. I'll be back in touch as soon as I can. Good luck, and stay safe and out of sight.
Greetings, Senator Erark. I hope that I'm not disturbing you.
Admiral, it's been quite some time, hasn't it?
Actually, we saw each other a month ago at your Punagarian Snatch Beast benefit.
Really? Huh. That's strange. You'd think I'd remember that.
You were rather intoxicated.
That would explain it.
You also vomited on my uniform in the process of making some undignified remarks towards my daughter.
So, are you calling with official business then?
I found the Mary Celeste. That's the ship the Empress is looking for, is it not? In fact, I ran a background check on the Solar in charge of the vessel. Turns out he's a fellow veteran of the Battle of New Vegas. Back then, we only knew him by his call sign, Mad Lad. He single-handedly shot down nearly 50 of my ships that day. Quite legendary at the time, really. I always wished I'd get the chance to meet him. Now I have.
Wow, that's, wow.
Are you all right, Senator?
Yeah, do go on. You captured his ship then?
No, unfortunately. For some reason, a Teely princess has provided the entire crew with sanctuary.
Oh, I see. That's not uncommon for their species. Even when it comes to those that have clearly violated Imperium law. Well, it might seem counterproductive, but our hands are tied for now.
But that is not the case. I'm calling to ask for your permission as the adjudicator of this sector to circumvent Teely's sanctuary rights and take them into custody.
I'm sorry, did you say adjudicator?
Yes. The Empress is currently unavailable as she is deep in meditation. The next in line to make decisions regarding treaty circumvention is an adjudicator, and you are the one assigned to this sector, are you not?
Sorry, just a second. Trying to find a fucking map here. Well, it doesn't even matter. The answer is no. We don't need to potentially incite another galactic incident with the Cloy already on the warpath. Anything else?
Yes. I would also like an apology.
An apology? For what?
I'm referring to what you did to my uniform.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And for what you said to my daughter.
Well, to be fair, I don't even know what was said.
I'd rather not repeat such undignified assertions.
All right. I apologize for probably hitting on your daughter. How is the family, by the way?
Goodbye, Senator.
It's like getting told off by your dad with this fucking guy. Captain, please don't screw this up. Not now. You better not be dicking around drinking yourself to death in some dive bar somewhere. Celestina, is everything all right?
Erark, you're here.
Of course. You guys just opened fire on a fucking Teely princess. Do you have any idea how bad this... Wait. Where's Casadora?
She's gone. I've made a terrible mistake.
I know. I just said that.
No, I mean everything. Everything you said was true. About Casadora, about the veil. It's not meant for us all. I don't even know if it's meant for me anymore.
Shh, babe. Calm down. It's gonna be okay. I'm sure of it.
How can you say that at a time like this?
Because
so amazing, so forbidden.
Oh, yes. Yes, it does.
Erark, it's too good.
Really? I think we should take this just a little further.
Yes, yes. No, I have to stop.
Oh.
Darling, what is it?
No, I mean, oh, as in that was so amazing.
So much has changed, and so quickly. I fear that all in which I believe may be a lie. I need time to think about this.
Sure, no problem. I'll just be over here dealing with the biggest case of blue balls in the history of ever.
You're always such a gentleman. Thank you for being here for me. You're all I have left.
Error. Explain yourself. My summons was marked urgent, yet you waited for days to respond.
If you hadn't noticed, you fired on a ship carrying Imperium royalty. Pardon me if I've been busy cleaning up an unprecedented diplomatic fucking nightmare.
The outbursts of the proletariat are a minor concern at this point. Celestina has failed in ways I never could have expected.
Cass, I gotta ask, are you sure about this? Impeaching the ruler of Prodigium, it's never been done before. The Imperium's already dealing with enough as it is. The people are practically shitting their pants right now.
We will convince them that her dismissal will bring back balance. And if we cannot, our new weapons will have the power to pacify any that object.
I don't know. The procedure on the impeachment alone is going to be a nightmare. I went over the logistics, and you're going to need nearly unanimous Senate approval.
Then we will order an emergency assembly. Get everyone there on time. Right when the weapons are ready to be deployed. As soon as the verdict is handed down, we'll institute martial law and dethrone Celestina.
Who are the sad bastards you're sending on that suicide mission?
My Modo will be given the order. She is fond of him, which will minimize the chances of her fighting back. If she does, and he dies in the process, he will be remembered as a martyr and a hero. Then, until I am actually confident one of the other in the coven of 8 can take my place properly this time, I will return to the throne.
You know, Casadora, just when I think you can't get any more you.
Enough with your trifling flattery. We have much work to do. You ought to make absolute certain the weapons are ready.
Of course. And all senators will be at the Imperium Capitol awaiting your arrival.
Excellent. Everything is going to be fine. We will wash Prodigium clean of this miscarriage of nobility.
Cass, you're coming off a bit, holy fuck, is this actually happening? To me. Are you sure this is what you want?
I may never have said this before, but it's something you deserve to hear. Thank you, Erark. Thank you for everything. You are the only one in all of Prodigium that I ever trusted, or considered a friend.
How truly fulfilling it is to hear you say that. I probably won't get a chance to speak to you again, until after the assembly, that is. What I want to say is, goodbye, Casadora. I am so fucking good at this. General Blythe.
Senator Erark, It's been quite some time. I was beginning to think you forgot all about bankrolling the requital in the first place.
I wasn't exactly in the mood to have another conversation like our last one, so I thought I'd just send the terrorist support payments and give you some space to cool off. Speaking of funding, how's our science team doing?
Your science team have been incompetent little shits! My science team would have had the weapon working by now, but you didn't care to go after her when she walked out on us.
I already told you. I looked for her as hard as I could. If the fucking Imperium can't find her, pardon me if I don't have faith in those brainless freaks of yours getting the job done.
Oh, I see how it is. You can talk shit about my soldiers, but when I insult those lab coat chewing fuck asses you sent me to replace Lily, that's crossing the line?
Are we really going to do this right now? Genetic manipulation is extremely illegal under Imperium law. There's only so many desperate scientists that are willing to risk a death sentence out there. I did the best I could for us, you know?
If you really wanted to do the best you could, you would have gone after Lily. But you didn't have the balls, so I did it myself.
You what? I told you very clearly not to send any requital soldiers after her.
I remember. Quite an odd request.
Did you pay attention to a fucking thing I said? If we don't know where she is, you'd have to send requital ships all over Prodigium and risk game-over intervention from the Imperium Navy. Raiding an outpost here and there is fine. Sending your forces throughout the galaxy would have left the weapon unprotected and risked government interference.
Then you'll be happy to know I did exactly what you asked. I didn't send any requital forces.
Then who did you... Wait. You're the one who sent the Huntress.
How do you know that?
I'm an Imperium senator.
But how the fuck could you possibly know that? The contract was confidential. Harry, I told you what would happen if you talked!
It wasn't me. I swear on my matrix.
Leave him alone, Blythe. He's telling the truth. There was an incident that happened over neutral Teely airspace. Admiral Miyamoto spotted the Huntress at the scene. I looked up her contract and found it was for Dr. Lillian Margulis. I asked Harry if he knew anything about that, and he denied it. Now I know why.
I learned the hard way to never let traitors go unpunished. That's something I will never let happen again. Anyways, you don't need to worry. The Huntress was successful.
What do you mean? You captured the doctor?
Not quite. We captured her mainframe. Her ship is no doubt crippled, and soon Harry will be able to find her. By the way, were you also aware that Dr. Margulis is being protected by an old friend of ours? He's a certain outlaw flying a ship known as the Mary Celeste.
The captain? Wait, you sent the Huntress, even after you knew the captain could have been killed?
Exactly. I was willing to end the life of the only man I ever trusted in order to get revenge on that woman. So don't think for a second you are going to be able to stop me.
You're even crazier than I thought.
Don't worry, Senator. Despite your best efforts to sabotage this organization, the weapon will be ready on time. You just make sure all of the senators are at the Capitol, like we discussed. We're only going to get one steaming shot at this. Let's make it count. And make them pay!
You're telling me they managed to storm the turbulence and get Demi back?
That is correct. Blythe was most upset.
This is insane. One minute I think the entire Mary Celeste operation has been destroyed. The next, those fuckers are raiding my other secret anti-government operation and almost taking them out.
Yes, Master. Things are quite messy at the moment, to say the least.
And why the fuck didn't you tell me about Blythe hiring the Huntress in the first place?
She threatened that I would permanently be converted into a waste processing system if I talked. I'm sorry that I failed you, but that woman is terrifying.
Harry, please at least tell me the weapon's good to go and you're ready for the final protocol.
I am. However, I must once again offer an objection to your strategy. If anything goes wrong with your plan to dispose of the evidence.
I've already told you that I have it covered. Despite being a massive pain in the ass, Blythe has done excellent work for me. She deserves a proper settlement. You just keep doing what you're doing. In the meantime, I need to get back in touch with the Mary Celeste before they figure anything out.
Fortune, we have a call coming in on your secure line.
Finally. I hope this is what we've been waiting for.
Captain? Holy shit! You're alive!
Erark, it's fucking sweet to hear from you, mate.
We lost contact for so long that I thought for sure someone got you.
Yeah, sorry about that. Long story short, Demi got nicked by the Huntress and we had to get her back. We tried calling without a proper mainframe in place to secure the line.
Right. I'd probably be executed for treason by now.
And that depot would have been a massive squirt stomp to the whole operation.
Thanks for that. Speaking of looking out for each other, I've been breaking my balls keeping the Imperium Navy off your backs. It's a miracle that Mary Celeste is still in one piece. Wait, were there any casualties?
Well, about that.
No, erark. Not any crew, at least.
That's a relief. Wait, Fortune, you're not holo-conferenced in. How are you on this call?
Yeah, take a wild guess.
What? No. Fortune, we talked about this. If both you and the captain are on the same ship and something happens...
Pardon me, but something did happen. You weren't here, and I couldn't trust anyone else to get involved. I had no choice.
Captain, help me out here. You know this isn't going to end well.
She's right, mate. Sorry to break it to you, but if she hadn't had the balls to come out here herself, we would have been done for. The Huntress had us dead to rights.
Fortune, we had an agreement. This is not up for discussion.
You're right. It's not. That casualty I mentioned? It was my father. He just gave his life to save us, and I'm not going to let his sacrifice be in vain. I'm staying to help defend the Mary Celeste, and that's final.
I'm sorry about your father. But are you sure? You do remember the fate of the galaxy is resting on this campaign, right?
You do remember this campaign was my idea in the first place, right?
Okay, come on, you two! This has been a right cunt of a month for all of us. We've got enough arse-wipes out to kill us that we're pushing shit uphill as it is. We don't need to start going at each other's throats now.
If anything, that's what worries me the most. How are you two going to manage being on the same ship together without someone ending up murdered in their sleep?
It won't be an issue.
Yeah, now we found a way to work things out between us.
You guys fucked, didn't you?
Oh yeah, we fucked so hard. Mate, you have no idea. Like, wow!
Okay, I think he gets the picture.
Guys, I don't want to get into it now, but I've seen what happens when two of my agents get romantically involved.
Romantically involved? I would say that. It's more like a mutually respectful comrade fuck buddy situation.
In any case, there's something else more important we need to discuss. I was running a diagnostic on Demi to make sure there was no long-term damage due to what happened at the requital base. And, well...
It appears I picked up something from Blythe's mainframe. It occurred when the mainframe was probing me for data. The connection was not secure.
Luckily, we caught it early, and I was able to treat the infection with a few rounds of antiviral software. However, it left behind a few visual discrepancies.
In particular, 3 coordinates were marked in my navigational programming, each with a coded name. One was noted as Project Tremor Fury.
Project. Did you say Project Tremor Fury? Who came up with a name like that? It sounds edgelord as fuck. It's probably nothing.
I thought that might be the case. Then, I realized it's the location of the Temple of Defilement. You know, where we killed Azorian. Kind of strange that a requital mainframe would have info on an Imperium's weapons project.
Then there is Project Puppet Master, located in the Griffin Nebula. The final is in the Dragon Nebula, and it was titled Project Bukake Hurricane.
One of these things is not like the other.
Do either of those sound familiar to you? Any Imperium activity going on that you haven't told us about?
Of course not. Also, both of those places are in the bumfuck middle of nowhere. I say rather than wasting time investigating them, we proceed as planned.
Pardon me, mate, but Blythe mentioned something about an ultimate weapon. Maybe it's just me, but I think when a video game villain uses that phrase, it's best to take things seriously.
Okay, that's it. I am not doing this again. The last time you guys went off script, everyone almost died, and the Empress herself put a bounty on the Mary Celeste. Recruitment might be finished, but we have a lot of shit to do.
I would like to propose a compromise. Perhaps we can allow the Senator to choose which of the 2 projects we investigate first. After that, the final location will be investigated after it is finished.
Sounds good to me, but truth be told, I'm personally into the idea of checking out Project Bukake Hurricane.
Let's play it safe. Investigate Project Puppet Master.
Weak. Fine. We'll ring you as soon as we figure out what's up.
Are we good, erark?
Sure. We're good. And despite this new turn of events, I just want to say thanks for everything to everyone on board. I'm not going to lie, I had my doubts at the start. But you've served me well. And now, I'm absolutely convinced that I'm doing the right thing. So long.
This is the Huntress. You pay, I slay.
Huntress, what a pleasure to meet you. I understand you're currently looking to collect the contract on the Mary Celeste.
That's correct. Wait, are you a senator? What are you doing calling me? You have an entire military at your disposal.
It might surprise you, but that ship has proven to be a major pain in the ass for our boys to track down.
Actually, that doesn't surprise me. The Imperium's incompetence is what keeps me rich.
You don't mince words, do you? In any case, I'm sure you have lots of money, but I'm here to offer something you don't have, and I am positive you want.
I'm listening.
Good. Then mark down these coordinates. I need this matter dealt with immediately. Look, I gave one of your employees a very important, very time-sensitive job with one hell of a bonus offer, and she hasn't reported back for days.
If you are unhappy with your assassin's service, you are welcome to reflect your feelings in a review or cancel the contract. In the event that your assassin is unable to complete said contract or killed in duty, you are entitled to a refund minus any negotiated deposit fees. Would you like me to transfer you to the returns department?
No, I don't want to talk to the returns department. Look, can you please just have her call me back as soon as possible? Thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank you for choosing Bounty Helper.
I don't need this fucking stress right now. Time to party.
Girl, would you like some work to do?
Oh, yes. Yes, I would. That is one beautiful, jizz-coated symbol of a new age of prosperity and peace.
And you doubted me.
Oh, I never doubted you, Blythe. What I doubted was whether putting up with your insane shit for years would be worth it or not. Now, I feel justified.
Did you get your alibi in place like we discussed?
Yep, there's 5 Teely supermodels in my bed as we speak that will be able to back me up. Oh, that was fun.
The Senate is gone, as is the evil witch that tried to destroy my species. If anyone else in the Imperium gets out of line, they will soon find themselves in an unescapable prison of regret and manticore ejaculate.
Thanks to my soon-to-be consummated honey-dicking of Empress Celestina, I don't think we'll have too much to worry about. Everything has proceeded exactly as planned.
I will reinstate myself as Supreme General of the Solar Navy. They will have no choice but to accept, because I'll just keep slaughtering their impotent leadership one by one if they don't. Soon, we'll begin reconstruction of New Vegas. History will repeat itself. The Solars will rise once again. All that was lost will be regained as we unify Prodigium with the quality and quantity of pure, glorious smut they deserve.
Yes, that is exactly what we discussed. And I'm sure that's exactly what would have happened if Imperium forces weren't currently being dispatched to your location.
What?
You see, they're going to wipe out the Requital, and you along with it.
If this is some kind of sick, twisted joke, I'm not laughing.
I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, Blythe. You did good. But there's no way I can possibly abide your maniacal, revenge-obsessed, bitch-on-wheels antics any longer. You're far too volatile to keep around. At this point, that means you're nothing more than a loose end that needs to be tied up. Permanently.
Erark, you two-timing bastard! We had a deal. Why are you doing this?
Because I would never let a fucking psycho like you run a backwater titty bar, let alone any kind of empire in my new Prodigium galaxy. You're simply dirty laundry now, General.
Planning to betray me from the start, weren't you?
Guess you'll never know. But don't worry, I'm not just going to let the Imperium Navy vaporize you. You're going to get a proper warrior's death. Isn't that right, Harry?
It is not every day that I am given authorization to cause the demise of a skin sack that has ordered me around and repeatedly threatened my existence. Thank you for this lovely occasion, Master.
You double-crossing mechanical whore!
Harry was made by an old friend of mine. He was yet another operative with ambition that exceeded his reach. Funny enough, you're going to die in the hands of your own creations, just like he did.
What are you talking about? Soldiers obey my every command!
You know, it's ironic. You wanted soldiers that would always obey their commander. But you never once considered that you weren't really in charge.
Cerebral augmentations. Yeah!
That's right. You're going to fight your own minions to the death. Meanwhile, the rest of them in the Imperium Navy are going to put on one hell of a battle just to really sell this whole false flag charade that I've arranged.
Going to get you, erark. I'll watch as your blood erupts through the broken teeth hanging from that smug fucking smile of yours!
Wow, that tone, that anger, that fire. Even though I'm certain you're fucked, you almost have me convinced.
You know, Elizabeth, it's why I picked you for this job. I was right that your pursuit of revenge would cloud your judgment beyond all logic. I found just the right strings to pull. I mean, just look at how fast you sent the Huntress after Lily when she walked out. You just can't let things go, can you? Oh, and speaking of Lily and our friends aboard the Mary Celeste, you were right to be suspicious. They were working for me all along. Too bad those fuckers managed to become a liability as well. I'm going to be responsible for bringing down the two most dangerous terrorists in the galaxy, one right after the other. Huh.
Captain, I have to warn him.
That's the kind of thing that inspires a galaxy to follow you. And hopefully, an empress to spread her legs. Of course, I'll be taking down 2 more planets with the cannon before the Solar Navy demolishes it. Can't have the Cloy fucking things up for us now, can we? And the Teely? Well, that's just gonna lay down a sympathy card so thick that all of Prodigium will stand united upon it.
All this elaborate planning, and yet you forget to account for one thing. You're fucking with me! So, let's just get this over with. The sooner I fight my way out of here, the sooner you choke on your own words.
Still talking shit right to the end. You're truly one of a kind. And I mean that in the worst fucking way possible. Harry, would you do the honors?
Now initiating takeover protocol. All possible methods of escape have been disabled.
So long, General.
I would say good luck. But since I am no longer bound by your command, I would like to formally put in a request that you suck my metaphorical balls. Ha, ha, ha.
The Imperium fleet's almost there, Harry. Are you ready to serve the Cloy and Teely a planet-sized cum salad?
I am still in the middle of some calibrations, but I'm sure it will be ready.
Excellent. I'll get Celestina to order Miyamoto's attack after the first blast. He'll make sure the second goes off just in time before we allow it to be destroyed. Ah, the perfect final act. This production's gonna be fucking phenomenal.
The fleet has arrived at the Requital flagship. However, if we proceed any further, we will be within range of her formidable defenses. I await your orders, Empress Celestina.
What a behemoth of a ship. Are you certain you can defeat them?
Yes, I believe so. However, our numbers are not yet what they should be for this kind of assault. We will suffer heavy casualties unless we wait for reinforcements from the 4th Fleet.
I agree. The responsible thing to do is just sit back and wait for the cavalry to arrive.
But what if the cannon fires again? Then an entire planet will be lost.
I know this isn't easy for you, and this may very well be the greatest threat Prodigium has ever faced, but we must be patient. We'll get through this, together.
Yes, you're right. Miyamoto, we will wait for reinforcements.
What the fuck is going on here?
Is that... It's the Mary Celeste. What are they doing here?
Well, they're traitors to the Imperium, aren't they? Yeah. They're probably here to save Blythe.
If that is the case, would you care to explain why the Requital are trying to shoot them down?
Who gives a flying fuck? Celestina, we gotta make a move, right now.
But you literally just said we should wait for reinforcements.
Well, babe, I did not account for these scumbags showing up. This is our chance to end them. Send in the troops. Their sacrifice will be both noble and necessary, and those that perish will be remembered as heroes. Send them in! Go, 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 go!
Erark, you are in no place to determine what is heroic and what is not. I am the commander of the 1st Fleet, and the only one here permitted to give a tactical assessment of the situation.
And I'm the only senator left.
Pardon me, but this is far beyond a military problem at this point. This concerns every single constituent in the galaxy.
The time for politics has passed, so save your nonsense for somebody who cares.
Both of you, enough! It is no accident.
This is making the Cloy planet run look like a drunken beach holiday. Demi, give me an entry point.
I suggest the section of wall directly ahead of you. It appears to be damaged from our previous visit, and a few good rockets should open an entrance.
Alright, I open this fucker up. Gonna make a landing and start looking for Blight.
He made it inside. The mad lad actually made it.
Oh, my! That man is a rather good pilot, isn't he? I can see why we failed to capture him for so long.
This is unbelievable. Of all the days to be sobering, pick this one?
Look, they're actually trying to destroy the cannon.
But it's charging up again! There's no guarantee they're going to be able to take it out before it goes off. This is crazy! We're risking the future of an entire planet betting on these criminals!
You're right, erark. This is completely devoid of logic.
Thank you. Now can we please kill everyone?
No. I'm saying, despite the supposed lunacy of it, I believe in them.
You what?
Oh no.
Weapon systems are hot.
What the fuck should we do? Aim for the balls?
No, they're made of pure deuteranium. It would be pointless. The Bukaki cannon has 3 main power supply units. Take those out, and the cannon won't be able to spray the pop shot.
Righto. Let's make this fucker blasted.
You will do nothing of the sort, skin sacks.
Goodbye, old friend.
I did it. I actually did it. You were right, Embers.
Yes, I was. This is exhilarating. I finally put my faith in someone that didn't let me down.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Erark. I figured you'd show up here sooner rather than later.
Nice to see you too. How's Celestina doing?
She's a scared, sensitive young woman, dealing with the fallout of the most ludicrous day of Prodigium's history. She's understandably quite distressed by the pressure. I suggest you come back another time so she can calm down and relax before properly deciding the next course of action.
Really? What if I'm exactly the person she needs to help her relax? Did you consider that?
As an admiral in the Imperium Navy, it's not my place to speak. My personal opinion.
That's exactly what I thought you'd say, you fucking drone.
I wasn't finished. However, if I am asked for my opinion, I am welcome to state it. I never liked you, Erark. It wasn't just the blatant disregard for respecting your profession, common decency, or even your general worm-like nature. It's because you're hiding something, and you always have been. The saddest part is, I don't think you even know what it is. You're just certain that deep down inside you, at your very core, there's something foul and rotten. And you're desperate to keep anyone from seeing the truth.
You're wrong about me, Miyamoto. I'm just afraid you'll find that out too late.
But I will find out. Rest assured, Senator. I will.
That guy's gonna be an issue. Celestina? You okay, babe?
What has become of the galaxy? Why don't light people?
I just finished giving an emergency address. Considering the whole planet fiasco, it's amazing how much things are actually calming down.
Azorian is dead, and Casador is lost beneath the Bukaki blockade. There are only 7 of us left, and the others in the Coven scattered in fear. They would not speak it, but I know why. Casador turned them against me. Now, they believe I had something to do with this.
You're right. I couldn't stop her from getting to them. But at least we still have each other.
Perhaps. But my faith in you has been disrupted. The way you acted during the battle at the Requital flagship, you sounded just like Casador when she screamed vicious influences into my ear.
You're right. I was out of line. But unlike Casadora, I assure you, it was only because I was trying to protect you and your position as Empress.
Protect me? It seems those criminals you begged us to destroy were the ones trying to protect me.
If that's how you really feel, then it's time I showed you the truth. As the executor of the Veil, you know it is my job to not only receive your decrees and put them into motion, but to spy on those that would threaten the Imperium.
What are you saying?
Those people aboard the Mary Celeste did not care to save you. The captain, this mad lad, I said that he was acquainted with Blythe for a reason. He used to serve under her in the Solar Navy. As you can see from this footage, they had a falling out.
None of this would have happened if you had joined me when I asked.
I knew it was a mistake. I looked into your eyes while you were chained up in that infirmary, and I saw a monster staring back at me. I knew whatever honor you had was gone back then, and that's why I didn't come with you.
At some point, he became aware of Blythe's plot to neutralize the Senate. Naturally, being a filthy criminal, he had no objection to this. It was only when she threatened the Teely homeworld that he took action.
Teely aggression will not be tolerated. I cannot let any harm befall Lazy-chan.
I assume you are familiar with Lazy-chan.
Lazy-chan? I don't know. How anyone could think that she is not the most beautiful and talented T-pop star of all time. Of all time.
That is why he destroyed the cannon. To protect his waifu, not to assist you, or to protect the people from evil. And as far as his overall objectives go, he's made that perfectly clear. You asked for me to investigate what happened at the Temple of Defilement, so I did. And I found Azorian's death was no accident.
It was you. You screwed my entire species. No!
You're right. It was no accident. They killed him.
I became aware of this just before the battle, but we had to act fast. There was no time to tell you. As soon as I saw the Mary Celeste arrive, I knew we had to destroy it. I tried to explain, but that dick-ass Miyamoto wouldn't stop questioning me every step of the way.
I'm so sorry, darling. Please, I beg for your forgiveness. I should have never doubted you. Now those animals are roaming Prodigium free to prey upon my people. What am I to do?
No, Celestina. What are we going to do?
What are you talking about?
It's our destiny to save Prodigium. Though the Veil dictates the ruler of Prodigium is meant to be celibate, you now know that scripture is nothing but a weapon that threatens us all.
Yes, it is a trap that must be disarmed.
Then let us achieve peace through our union.
I love you, Celestina. Marry me, and we will rule as the first Emperor and Empress of Prodigium.
Oh, erark, I really like you.
Wow. Wow.
Darling, I'm sorry. It's just my premonition. It's still unclear. The hand of the man that reaches out to me, it must be you. It cannot be any other. But if that is true, I don't understand. We have already joined our hands in sinful embrace, yet the premonition remains in my mind.
Well, hand-holding wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
Your plan, the things you've said, they make so much sense. It's almost too perfect, actually. But I want to marry you. I really do. I just need more time. Will you wait for me?
Sure, babe. I understand. I respect you as a woman and your feelings. And I'll give you all the time you need.
Thank you.
But those fuckers on the Mary Celeste are probably going to try and kill us both, so is it okay if I crash here? It is the most heavily guarded place in the galaxy, after all.
Yes, that would be wise. However, I worry that your presence will cloud my judgment regarding this matter. Could you possibly stay at your own place until I'm ready?
Yeah, sure. It's not like we just established it's your fault for letting those assholes live, and now my life is in constant danger or anything.
Oh, darling, I knew you'd understand. I'm going to take some time to meditate upon this. I'll call you.
And I will, unfortunately, be waiting. Again.
Senator erark! Senator erark!
I'm awake. God damn it. Do you know what time it is, man?
Yes, about that. We have a problem. There are some dickheads with some very large guns demanding entry at the gate.
What the fuck are these assholes doing here?
This is General Rendezvous of the Chloe Armada. We won your free tickets to the TTS benefit show. Are you going to let us in or what?
What the fuck? There's no TTS benefit show here.
Well, who sent us the tickets then?
I don't know. Wait, aren't you that guy that broke the Imperium Ploy Isolation Treaty?
Yeah, so what?
Why would anyone send TTS tickets to a fucking war criminal?
But the HoloNet message said it was a contest. You just won't let us in because you're racist.
Racist? You're a Cloy! You're the biggest fucking racist in the history of Prodigium!
Oh, Lancunians are such slimy troglodytes.
What the fuck did you just call me, asshole?
Whatever. This is bullshit. Either you open up and let us see TTS, or we're coming deep inside, whether you like it or not.
So, not to presume, but, what the bloody hell should we do?
What do you think? Call for backup. They're dumb enough to open fire. Execute.
TTS! Blimey, I can't believe we're gonna see him live! This is the best day ever!
Come inside my heart! Fuck yeah! Do 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 do! Woo!
What the hell is going on here?
Whoa! That crazy son of a bitch Clyde General won tickets too! What a coincidence!
Listen, you pirate fuckasses. There is no show. None. TTS is not here, so get those disgusting ships out of here, or my security is going to fuck you up.
What's he all about?
This fucking asshole has TTS in there. Won't let us in because he's a racist.
What? Mate, that's totally intolerant and unacceptable.
You better apologize.
Yeah, or else we're gonna tell all our boys not to vote for you in the next election.
Zealots can't vote anyways, you morons. And I told you TTS isn't even here.
See? He's trying to trick us because he doesn't like Chloe. And he thinks all pirates are dirty hobos.
You got a problem with pirates, bro.
Literally everyone that isn't a pirate has a problem with pirates. That's your whole deal.
Oh, this is bullshit.
Fuck you guys. Get off my lawn.
General Landerville, we have a problem. What is it now?
It's Admiral Miyamoto. That guy's so fucking scary.
What are we doing here, lads? It's not looking good.
You yellow belly curs. We stand our ground in the name of TTS. That's what we're gonna do.
Oh, you guys are so fucked now. Miyamoto, I take it you got our backup call?
Backup call? No, erark. That's not why I'm here.
What? Whatever, it doesn't matter. These assholes are trespassing on Imperium property. Kill them all!
Perhaps later. For now, you and I need to have a little talk.
Talk? Hell no! I'm the last senator in Prodigium. You are bound by law to protect me. So open fucking fire already!
Actually, I'm here to arrest you.
Oh shit. Plot twist city.
Listen, you stuck-up prick. Are you actually so fucking dense that you think you can make a move on me right now? Empress Celestina herself confessed her undying love for me, and we're getting married.
Whoa! The Empress?
My man! So, are you actually gonna hit that?
You're goddamn right I am. You actually think I'm gonna believe that Celestina wants me arrested? You're so full of shit, Miyamoto. Actually, that gives me an idea. The first fucking thing I do when I'm Emperor is have you busted down to janitor, so you end up cleaning the goddamn toilets on that garbage ship of yours for the rest of your career.
Fascinating. However, I have someone here with me that might object to that.
Senator Erark of Lancunia, I am hereby ordering your arrest under charges of conspiracy to commit high treason against the throne and my virginity. I demand your immediate surrender.
What?
Ooh, wow. This is so awkward.
That sucks. Ouch, mate. That's cut deep.
Enough! I order the rest of you to disperse, or you will be destroyed.
Deal with it. I need to be alone.
You guys like my safe room? Makes for a pretty badass final showdown location kind of deal, huh?
What are you hiding for, you softcock? Come on out and fight me, cunt! I got a Series X best mate skullcracking ready for you!
How absolutely goddamn crazy is this, huh? I gotta hand it to you. I would have never made it this far without you guys. But at the same time, if it weren't for you refusing to fuck off and die when I didn't need you anymore, I could have made it all the way to the top.
You tried to screw over a team of the most dangerous criminals and greatest warriors in Prodigium! Seriously, what did you think would happen?
I know it's probably too late for this, cause there's no way you guys are gonna believe me, but I feel really bad about how everything went down. I'd ask for a chance to make it up to you, but it's far too late for that.
Erark, please, just tell us why. Why'd you do it? Why? I can't figure it out, and neither can the writers. This is a porn game, mate. The devs have taken this allegorical, nuanced bad guy thing way too far. We all just wanted a baptism space teddies, for fuck's sake.
Captain. Is this your first RPG or something? I'm clearly about to explain my motivations during our climactic final battle.
You against us? You can't be serious!
She's got a point, mate. It's over. You might as well come out now, take your kicks to the ass and your ball to the head like a good cunt, eh?
Oh, I see. You thought this was just going to be a dialogue sequence. Did you forget I'm one of the wealthiest motherfuckers in the galaxy? I have access to awesome Black Ops shit you've never even dreamed of. Behold! My dope-ass custom mech suit! Man, did this turn out poorly for me or what? I mean, fuck! It pretty much couldn't have gone any worse. Captain Elizabeth, I'm sorry for everything, but Prodigium had to be reforged. I wanted to end the cycle of genocide and oppression and tear down the veil.
Mate, we were supposed to do that together.
If that's really true, then why did you betray us?
Technically, you betrayed me first. Over a fucking teddy bear, no less. Oh. But if you must know, I fell in love with her.
The Empress?
Celestina. I dreamt of us leading a new Imperium together. Captain, I finally get your whole waifu thing.
You used us to destabilize Prodigium, so she would run to you!
I didn't just think she was the salvation of the galaxy. I thought she would be my salvation, too.
We have to go.
I know, but we can't just leave him here.
I know.
Are you as proud of him as I am?
I always was. We're going to finish this without you.
You can't finish it without her. You know that.